of All Night.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Hey, what day is it? I don't even know. I should have. Hey, it's up all night. I'm here with the ManFranko. And we're chilling.
Cool.
It's Tuesday, December 27th at 12:52 a.m. What's going on? We sitting here drinking. That's me and my friend. We're bullshitting. We're actually having a good laugh right before we started. But what up, guys? I hope you guys are having as much fun as we are. Shit.
Damn it.
All right. Hey, we tried to call the crazy VIC to come in. That motherfucker's out there gambling. Actually, we're gonna do a little Facebook update because apparently he's having a mental breakdown on Facebook, and we're not trying to make it exclusive and shout it out or nothing, but we're just concerned friends. I want him to bring his feelings to here so we can laugh at him for it. Just joking. We won't do that. But it sounds like a good idea now. Just joking. But hell yeah, guys. What's going on? This song fucking rocks. I can't even turn it off. This makes me... Oh yeah, here goes for the folks out there. Headbang while you're at home. Yeah. Metal, dude. Metal will never die in my life. I'm gonna be that one guy who just listens to metal until he dies. Every day, all day, any day, whenever, especially with a beer. How do you feel about alcohol, ManFranko? I'm gonna call you Frank for short. Is that cool?
What about alcohol?
Yeah, because you're hanging out with the alcoholic. At one point, that was my Facebook name.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, dude. And everyone's like, yeah, that suits you. Yeah, dude. I know, it sucks. But you know what? This is one of those slippery slopes. It's a downfall before you make it back up. Sometimes you have to know what the bottom tastes like. That sounds gross. Tastes like. Or at least know what it feels like until you... You need to know what that bottom is. That's what's wrong with fucking asshole rich people. They're too rich. They've never been at the bottom. They don't know what it's like. You know, I didn't even prepare music, so I'm gonna go ahead and just throw random file music just for no reason. Last time we freestyled like crazy just because I think we were both buzzed up pretty well. It came out, I had fun doing it. It was, but let me turn that down. That was kind of loud. Right? I'm gonna keep that rock going for a little bit because this thing's acting laggy, kind of faggy. You can't make fun of gays no more.
No, you can't do
But
that.
make fun of gays.
Don't do that.
You can get us all like
You're gonna get us like fucking banned or
banned from somewhere. Where do you go that's gay that you're gonna get banned from? That's the first thing I thought. It's not really true. I'm sorry, but
You're gonna get us reported.
report it.
They're-
Don't talk about people
They're gonna
like
test.
that. Whoa.
That's not very nice.
I wonder why it does it. You know why? Oh no, I don't even have that connected. The volume's been bullshitty. Like it's been acting really fucking loud. My dumbass can't figure it out. Here, I'll just go ahead and lower the volume there, and there it goes. That's how you can lower it on the fucking... I wonder if I slow down this fucking... Where's that slow down button? Chopped and screwed. Anyways, but yeah, don't be distracted, but oh yeah, there it went. It worked. It sounds kind of cooler when it's like that. Like, I'm gonna raise it. I'm here to fuck with this program. I'm not intentionally doing it. I'm actually trying to get in conversation with some type of music in the background, and I'm just fucking with whatever I got in front of me, which is Fruity Loops.
Oh, the good old Fruity Loops.
I can't play actual music. Let me cut that off. No more actual music. I don't want to get banned. You know what? I think I had YouTube mute one of our recent songs I made, or not the songs, but a show I did. Shit.
There's some hoes.
Yeah, YouTube. You act like a couple hoes and shit. You guys act like you run the world of music. Like, bitch, fuck a copyright. Fuck them. They don't have the right to copy, or they don't have the right to tell me what I can and can't play.
God
Bitch, you sold me
damn
the
it.
CD. I bought it. I should be able to play it
God
as I
damn it.
please.
This is a podcast. We should just bring in one of the amendments, like freedom of speech, motherfuckers.
But then again, dude, podcasts are like a new form of like...
It is freedom of speech.
It is and all, but it's like they also have the freedom to. That's their shit. Imagine if I tried.
No.
But you,
We,
I,
our rights are more important than their little privacy advisory thing.
I agree.
Because our rights are older than their privacy advisory rules.
that's the thing though. They keep updating those laws of theirs for the benefit of the corporations.
Fuck that shit.
That's what I say. But whenever it comes to like voting for those laws, most of us are like, "Fuck that shit."
No,
we don't go.
in
They trick us. They
What-
give us. They distract us or shit. We're going.
no, if we go into it, it's actually freedom of speech has been there longer than their privacy advisory law goes into effect, because freedom of speech was made so much, well, even before anybody was born, even before this privacy advisory shit was made, freedom of speech was made. So it goes into effect. So if they like, oh well, you copy? No, really, I didn't. I just used a sample of it, and I used this freedom of speech of my judgment on it. So you cannot take this off. I only use a sample. I didn't play the whole song, which somebody can do whatever they want with it, and it goes like that.
Cheers, bitches. You hear that shit? He broke it down for you guys. But I'm actually these motherfuckers. I think they have those rules set in place. And he finished that shit. That was what he was drinking last time. He had a little bit more. He just killed the rest. He just like gulped it. Literally with a big gulp, I think. I seen a cup. Yeah, we're drinking like alcoholics.
If
over
you
here.
like smooth cognac, you get some Douce. It might be that might be a little bit pricey, but it's worth it though.
I've never tried it. He didn't give me a sip. He's like, "Fuck you."
I
Can't
told
have
him to take a shot before
It's a
I
lie.
almost finished it.
I was begging him. I was like, "Dude, come on,
sip.
dude."
I was like, take a sip, and he was like, I'm already drinking beer though.
I was like, "Dude, let me have a shot, bro. I'm already drinking beer, but I'm gonna get extra fucked up." Nah,
Sound like Victor.
making up lies. Ooh, we called you a liar. He's on fire. He ain't trying to get hired. I don't know why I said it that way. It's a song, like, after a couple brews, you assume you're like at least me. I assume I'm like the best freestyler ever. In fact, it's because there's no one good around me, like me. Like, I suck, and it's usually me by myself freestyling. I'm like, yo, I think I'm the best. Yo, I'm just talking to say and get things off my chest. And it comes out like, it sounds like it's cool to me for a second, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm hype. And in reality, I just like, no, dude, you sound lame. Wait till you're sober and re-listen to myself.
Yeah.
I kind of like what that sounds like right now, though.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like that one level on what is it?
I could already see. I can see it being a video game. So
Yeah, on Super Mario Bros. When you go in the ghosts level, and he's like, they're fucking following you and shit, and you look back and they're just looking away.
they cover their eyes.
Yeah, they cover their eyes. It's like, bitch, I know you was looking at me, ho.
Bitch, quit acting like I can't see
What the
you.
fuck, ho?
I can still see you. You just
It kind
cover
of
your-
reminds me like when you try to steal like from a mall or something, and like people are watching you, and you looking back
Turn
at them,
around
and they're
pull
looking
out the
away.
book.
They're like
Somebody
and,
pulls
like,
a book or
they're
some
not
shit
looking
out,
at you and shit.
Yeah, they pull
It's
a
like,
calendar
bitch,
out.
What the fuck? You know you were looking at me, bitch. I'm not gonna steal this. I got money.
It does sound like that though. It sounds kind of tight though. This is one I haven't. This has potential. I don't know, maybe. I'll switch it up here in a second.
But that's what it sounds like, though.
Yeah, it's, you know what? Sometimes I find myself making songs that sound like.
I mean, if you I mean, you could take the song and like do a little bit more edit to it, and then try to submit it to Nintendo, and ask for another like we were talking about earlier, Mario Party. And what if they made another Mario Party for the Wii U, and you submit it and they liked it and they used it for a stage? Dude, you'll get so much fucking royalties for that shit.
I like your thinking so much, but I'm not gonna lie. They probably won't. They probably won't because they probably have these master geniuses that make these beautiful songs. If you heard them, they orchestrate them so well in like 2-bit. I don't know how they do it so well, but eventually, what I've considered is like, what if I knew somebody who was making games, and then like we combined. He was programming the games, putting them together. He just needed music, and I was like, dude, use mine. You can use it on whatever, and then he fit it, whatever song fit whatever setting of level he was trying to make. I could see that working over me trying to give it to Nintendo.
I gotta go to the restroom break real fast, you guys. Too much Douce, too much cranberry.
Hey, could you grab me a brewski from the? I was gonna go right now, but
Yeah, I'll get you one.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna go through and just play some random shit I made in the meantime, because I would have left. I might need a pee here in a second too. But yeah, this is Up All Night here. I'm sure you guys can still see me. What's up? What's up, guys? Hey, what's up? This is a scrap one I made. All these are just, I do them for fun. They're not meant to be like, oh shit, this is supposed to be the next Jay-Z beat and shit. No, it's supposed to be just more of like a next A, that one beat he made while he was cutting his toes or some shit. You know, I wouldn't really trying my absolute hardest, which is not a bad idea. You know, you should really try. That's not. This sounds so arrogant too. I don't try, bitch. Quit lying. It's a lie. I try pretty well sometimes. Most of the time, you know, I'll sit there and really try to put some shit together. Anyways, at this point, I'm rambling. Just to kill time. But it's been a really cool day. Let me I've gotten kind of blazed the past couple hours. I kind of forgot what I did throughout the day, but oh, you know what? I wanted to give a shout out. Let me find her page. I wanted to give a shout out. The other day, the last podcast, the Christmas podcast I did, I was wearing a shirt I bought from a friend of mine. She does clothing, and I really she not only clothing. Thank you. ManFranko came through the brewski, but you grab yourself one.
I'm still good.
I was mentioning a friend of mine. She does clothing. The other night, I was wearing a shirt. It said "Chinga tu pelo," and where's her? It's a friend of mine I met from YouTube. She's really crafty. She's such an artist, dude. She makes bags. She makes patches, and they're really good. If you ever have some free time, look up her website, dude. And go, especially if you're a girl, because she has a lot of girl like purses, like necklaces and stuff. Here it is. Yeah, go check out her website, dude. It's www.ecstasy.com. And yeah, it's Lucifer Supply Company, and she makes all kinds of shirts. And decent prices. I mean, this is custom made stuff, dude. You can't get this shit anywhere else. You can't get this type of quality anywhere. Look, that's that shirt I had. Yeah, you remember that one, right? You guys can get this shit. I don't mean shit in a bad way. I mean, you can get this music. I mean, I know that's music. You can get this clothing and all these cool bags and all this from, like I said, www.ecstasy.com. She's really cool. Support her. Go buy something. Go find something you like. I'm sure you will. Especially as a like Christmas gift. Most of the money she was, I think at the time I was trying to get the shirt I bought. She was doing a little funding for Standing Rock, and I really admired that. All the you know, all the money she was getting from the shirt, she was sending it to fund Standing Rock for the people down there who were supporting. Which I couldn't go down here. I'm in Texas. That's all the way in South Dakota. That's way the fuck out there. I was out there for a couple months, but just for work. But anyways, go check out her website. Go buy something. She's really cool. She's really nice. But yeah, dude, I wanted to show some love. She was really cool. And I liked the shirt. And whenever I got the shirt, dude, it fit real well. Comfortable. Everyone was complimenting. Everyone's looking at it. Oh, I like your shirt and shit. It's really cool. It's going to go to a good cause. Go check it out, dude. By the way, he's still here with the ManFranko. He's back from his restroom break. Yeah. What's going on, dude? Hey, I'm looking at some YouTube random shit right here. It says 10 rare moments when The Rock got owned. What a cool random subject, right?
Oh, speaking about The Rock and wrestling and all that, man, there was this when we went to WrestleMania. I mean, the people there added a group onto Facebook, and you know they added all the people that attended that we knew that went to this tailgate that was there. So this guy I added, and this guy he's supposed to be like a real religious person. So with him being a real religious person, you know, we added him. We didn't think nothing of it and all that. And to come to find out, like he was asking, I added this guy as a friend.
Cheers.
On Facebook.
Cheers, bud.
So I added this guy as a friend on Facebook, and I didn't think nothing until people start posting about him. They're like, block him, whatever, this and this and that. This guy's pretty out of there. And come to find out, he was asking people to buy him pizza. And these people we met, they live like in Ireland, the UK,
Basically
Canada,
from all over.
Yeah, all over the world. And
It's
he's
a
asking them
huge
to buy
event.
him pizza and stuff.
Bum ass shit.
And he lives in like I think close to Louisiana or somewhere around there. And he was asking them to buy him, order him pizza and pay for it and whatever. And then there's a pay-per-view coming up. There's the Royal Rumble and the WrestleMania coming up.
Right here in San Antonio, Texas, right?
Yeah, in San Antonio they're gonna have the Royal Rumble, and he was asking them like to buy his tickets or buy something to an event that's before that day, whatever. And then also at WrestleMania, and they're like, the people were like, no, and he kept on begging them and this and this and that.
God
And
damn.
I was like, dude, what the hell are you doing? And then come to find out, he was trying to hit on this one chick.
That's
This is the weird part. This is the nasty and weird part. He was trying to hit on this one chick, and he was telling her that he was doing intercourses with animals.
He admitted it? Like,
Yeah,
hold on. First off, this guy has the worst approach. First off, he's like, hey, guys, give me pizza. Give me this.
Yeah,
Hey, and he finds a girl he likes, and he's like, hey, by the way, you know I fucked animals?
Yeah,
Where does he go from here?
He was like,
I would love-
he told her, I do freaky, crazy stuff. And she was all like, what kind of stuff? And he was like, yeah, what do you put, cause she screenshot the message, and he was all like
Dirty
you,
motherfucker.
yeah, like cows, chickens, dogs, and we was
It
all
sounds
like,
like a joke, but you know what? There's people
No,
out there.
it's-
There's people
yeah.
out there.
yeah, and then we were like, what the hell? And then they're like, yeah, beware of this guy, you don't, and some guy was like, I hope I don't see him, and this and this and that, and I was like, wow, and then I was just laughing, because this guy, he hit me up once or twice after he added me, but I didn't pay no attention, whatever, because I thought he was just one of those fans that wanted to interact with other fans.
No, dude, he was trying to see if you have any pets.
Yeah. He was trying to see if I had any chickens, just because I'm Mexican.
Hey, what kind of dog you got?
Hey,
Can I hang out?
Hey,
You have a cat too? Dude,
Hey,
when can I come over? Hey, can I dog sit for like a week? Maybe 2? I can. You gotta go somewhere? Can I dog sit? He's like one weird friend who like he tries to
Yeah.
get people you need like somebody to watch your pet for the weekend?
And like, there's these events
He's gonna
too
fuck
that
your dog, dude.
there's these events that former wrestlers like Kevin, is it Kevin Nash? Yeah, it's Kevin Nash. He throws, and like it's at a bar or a club, and he was asking somebody to buy his ticket and his girlfriend's ticket to the event, and he was all like, when we get there, I'll pay you back. And then the girl was all like, no, because she was already engaged to this guy, and she was like, no, what's my fiance gonna think? Like me buying another guy's ticket to this event, and he got all mad and booty swole and whatnot. And they're just talking about him one day, and I was like, damn. I was like, that's crazy, because I never would have thought of that, of somebody from there doing that kind of crap. It's like,
Dude, but you wouldn't. You'd be surprised how many crazy people there are out there. Oh my god, I couldn't even imagine. Like, do I have any crazy stories of somebody that was crazy? Oh, I do. I just remembered. It came off the top of my head. When I was a kid, across the street from my house, there was this old man that just moved in. He was this old weirdo and shit. Me and my friend would always hit. We'd always like. This was like at this age, our thing was like climbing roofs and getting on top of buildings and seeing what's on top. Because we're just so curious, and we're at that age where you can just climb any tree and you probably wouldn't break in. Like even small trees, small fences. We would climb people's yards and get on their roofs, and just to get up there and see what it looks, especially buildings, abandoned buildings at that. But this guy in particular, I remember when we'd see he'd leave. We'd always climb this tree that was like really tall, so it could really reach his roof at a point. So we'd get up there on his roof and bullshit. And I think one day he heard us, and he came out and caught us. It was me and my friend. I don't know who it was. I can't even remember at this point. I barely remember my name, my own name. You hear me? I'm mumbling like a fucking moron. But there we go. This old man in particular came out, and he confronted, hey, what are you guys doing? He seemed really nice, he didn't seem to mind that we're on his roof. And I remember we would always just, we thought he was cool because he's like, he didn't get mad, we're on his roof, cool, he must be cool, he didn't care what we did. But we would hang out, and weeks later, months later, we found out he had a root, like, it got weird at this point where holy shit, I can't remember, like, I can't believe I'm like remembering this at this point and thinking how crazy it sounds. I don't even know how old I was. I must have been like close to my early teens, 12. I don't know. Anyways, I remember like this guy giving us a box of porn, and I remember being my friend, oh cool, naked ladies, because at this point, like, you're a kid and you're, you know, I don't know about you, but as a youngster, you would always seem to find porno in boxes in alleyways. And me and my friends found one in our alleyway here, and it got us all curious. It fucking, you know, at this point, you know, realizing that, it seems like there must have been some type of scheme in the early 90s to get all kids into this idea of it and not shy away from it whenever the internet came out. I don't know, I'm breaking shit down, like, but anyways, to sum up this fucking crazy story, because look at you, you're all over Facebook. We're gonna do some Facebook subjects in here in a bit, but dude, yeah, this old man was such a creep. He would go down to the creek. That's crazy, creep. Almost, it rhymes with creek. He would walk down to this creek, and I remember me and my group of friends hung out in this creek down the road, and like, we had this pathway into it, and I remember once we would always catch him down there, and he said, oh yeah, I'm down here waiting for some there's some model girls coming in to take pictures. I'm gonna take pictures of them, and they're gonna come here and pose. And we're all cool. We'll wait with you. And we were just hanging out in that creek, running on the hills and shit, climbing trees, making paths. And then this dude he waited around, and we never seen these girls, but yet we would always catch him dry humping the wall. Literally, he'd be dry humping. We'd hey, look. We'd all laugh to each other. What's he doing? And then, like, some of my, like, I remember, like, he had crazy, like, these white boys that were, like, lived next door to me. And they were loud and crazy white boys you couldn't control. And I remember every time they came around, they annoyed the fuck out of him. So, like, he would always do this thing where he'd hump the walls down in the creek. And and then he would, I remember my crazy friends once, like, he hated him. But, like, me and my one of my innocent friends that lived down the road, this kid was innocent. He was younger than me, too. He was a small little kid. We were just down there and bullshit. We happened to go in the creek and see him. We were talking to him. He's like, oh, yeah, these models are about to come. You should stick around. And then we're like, oh, I don't know. He seemed kind of weird, but we're like, we're going to hang out anyways. And he said, no, stay. He kept trying to get us to stay. But as soon as those crazy white boys that came around, they came running. They knew we were down there. They came running down that fucking, like, creek. And he heard him. As soon as he heard him, he got startled, and he ran the other direction. He started wobbling, almost like a penguin. Old man, imagine an old man penguin wobbling down this. He went up that hill. He left like I've never seen anyone left. Like, these white boys scared the shit out of him. He fucking left. And I thought, like, I didn't think much of it then, but later I thought about it. I was like, this dude probably would have tried to rape us. This motherfucker was like that sick. And as a kid, you're so innocent, you don't think shit like that. Yeah. And then this guy was an old creeper, dude. And I you know, once again, not once again. That's no telling how often it happened, but how weird. It's like you could have been in the presence of you were in the presence of a animal fucker. You know, I was in the presence of a kid fucker. Good thing I had crazy friends, and I still keep them around. Cheers to crazy friends. I went a little deep and dark, but that was a personal story right there. That's not even that personal. Fuck that, dude. I'm glad those dudes came through. Good times, dude. And it kind of went dark, though, right? You look like you got all... You down to do some Facebook subjects? Let me go piss you.
Ooh, that was that grist for your ass.
That was that greasy burger burp. You hear that shit?
Boy,
folks?
that was that trouble cheeseburger with onion rings on the side, nigga. How y'all doing tonight? He's gonna go take a little wee break. Yeah, I said wee. Maybe a potty break. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's you know, Christmas was pretty warm here in Texas. I wonder how New Year's gonna be. You know what I'm talking about? But how y'all doing tonight, everybody? You know what I'm saying? If you're drinking, drink one up for me. If you're smoking, Smoke one for me. Can't do that no more. Uh, I mean, what's your New Year's resolution? You know, leave a comment on the page and whatnot. What's your New Year's resolution gonna be? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, let's come back. Just leave it alone.
Holy shit, what are you little bastard? What are you talking smack over there?
I wasn't talking smack. I was watching this fight.
Whatever, I
That's
heard
going
you.
on.
Holy shit, he's back.
No, is that that fight going on like in the Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, it is.
Sega?
But what were you talking about? Fuck this fight. You didn't
I was
care up until this
thinking-
point.
I was thinking about this fight. I was like, is that the same stage? Is that Kami's? Is that King Kai's
Nope,
place?
it's not. It's
It looks like King Kai's
King
place.
Mario's place in the galaxies.
Looks like Dragon Ball Z.
I'm gonna change up the beat here. No,
you
you're
wanna-
talking smack. Just gone.
That's what it looks like, planets and shit.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Nope, it's not planets. Yeah, actually, it's Mario Galaxy. Hey, so you wanna touch on some subjects? What do you got going, man? You have anything you wanna?
Man, it's just like, what is it? The Ronda Rousey fights this Friday?
Saturday, I think.
No, it's Friday.
Is it?
Yeah, my cousin. I called my cousin because I bought my closest cousins some Christmas. I bought him some Christmas gifts, and I was supposed to meet him up today, but he said meet him up on Friday to bring up the gifts. And he asked me, he goes, "Are you working Friday? Do you work Friday?"
It is Friday.
And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, I already told him. I was like, "The Ronda Rousey fight." He was like, "Exactly." I was like, "Yeah, save me a seat wherever because he goes to Twin Peaks." So I was like, "Save me a seat at Twin Peaks. I'll probably get off like around 9 or 10." And he was like, "Okay, and bring the gifts. We'll just, you just can get to the gift." Because he's married to his wife. And I was like, I got him a gift and his wife. And he was like, "Just bring the gifts for me and my wife that Friday." I was like, "All right, cool." But, yeah, it's like the Ronda Rousey fights this Friday. And people were talking about it at work. They're like, "Man, we better get out early and this and this and that." And I was all like, "Dude, I'm going to try to get out early just to watch that fucking fight." Because it can go either or. She's been gone. She was training. She got hurt. She got injured.
Basically, the whole outlook is exciting because it can go either way, and I'd love to see her.
Yeah, and what if I heard
triumph, but
from being a wrestling fan, what I heard is that if she loses, then I don't know if she loses or she wins, either or. Like I said, she's gonna go show up at WrestleMania for a match.
hey, brace yourself.
That's what I heard.
Brace your ears. Okay.
But I heard that she's gonna show up at WrestleMania for a match, and I was all like, "Wow."
I'm surprised they haven't done a whole intermixture, inner like where they're already letting like MMA wrestlers come in and be like fighters.
No, it's because I think it was 2 or 3 years back. Dana White was all like, he was talking so
Dana
much.
White?
Yeah, Dana White, Dana White. I fucking forget. I'm drinking. Shut up.
You said Donna.
Dana.
Maybe this maybe left away something.
Dana White was talking so much crap about wrestling.
I remember that. Yeah.
And also fake and all that. But then once they had Ronda show up at WrestleMania, it stopped. And when Ronda got injured right after that WrestleMania from her training, he wants to go ask WWE, "Well, can we get Brock Lesnar?"
He came back. Hold on, I know you guys are faking on.
I know.
Sorry about saying all that about you guys, but can Brock Lesnar come play?
Can he come back just for one match, or can something happen? So, because my headliner just got injured, and I need another headliner. She was supposed to come back. So when Brock Lesnar came and did that match, they promoted the shit out of it, and then the pay-per-view before that, they were promoting, I think it was SummerSlam or something like that.
Yeah, it was right before SummerSlam.
Yeah, UFC was promoting it, and you've never seen that before.
I don't remember doing. They promote. I'd imagine they would have because, come on, you're using their main star right before his big show.
Yeah, but that was because Ronda got injured and she was supposed to come back that time, and then when I saw that, I was all like, "Oh, he's like, I bet you Vince is loving this right now."
No, yeah.
Because so much smack he was talking about Vince and all that, and now he's all like, they're promoting WWE pay-per-views, and it's like,
yeah, if visually, if you were to be able to picture it, insulting, it would be like it'd be like Dana talking all that shit, like, oh fuck you guys, and he had to go kiss Vince's dick for Brock Lesnar. By the way, can we brought Brock Lesnar for just one fight because I mean, he kissed his dick and yeah.
I mean, we actually gave you Ronda for WrestleMania, and she wasn't even in agreement from us. And so, can we just get Brock Lesnar just for this?
That was in her prime too. That's whenever she was like really promoting her shit.
And
so a lot of wrestling fans went to go watch that for that sake, especially like girl wrestling fans, I'd imagine, right?
yeah, so like, it's like wow, they're really crossing over and all that. And before UFC got to do with WWE, they were dealing with TNA, but what the deal with TNA right now is that they're doing really bad. They did bankruptcy. They don't know who the hell's the owner is. Creative right now. The Hardy Boys were supposed to come back Royal Rumble, but I don't believe they're gonna come back because the creative writing are actually going to the Hardys right now, to Jeff and Matt Hardy.
For that weird shit they've been doing.
Yeah, it's because it's getting. Because at first they had their videos as a poor quality. Now their videos are like up to par, and it's like, damn, I can't believe they got this. So the video quality is so good now. At first it looked like some high school shit or whatever, but now it's actually some professional stuff going on. But now everybody's like, oh, the Hardy Boys are coming back. Oh, this is gonna be a good Royal Rumble. And now they're saying, oh, well, the Hardy Boys are taking over the creative writing at TNA. It's like, so they're not gonna come back because they're getting a good ass cut from that shit. I know they're getting a good ass cut from shit. Shout out to Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy because they're doing their thing right now. I mean, at first it was like, I don't believe it, but now it's like, all right, this shit is getting good, and Matt's actually got a character he can play, and Jeff is just supporting him, and he's like playing along with it, and it's actually good. And if WWE does sign him somehow, they're gonna use it because what I know is that they bought TNA's library up to this year, their video library, like they did WCW before they actually
trying to buy up characters, old characters.
Yeah, but before they bought actually WCW, they had their video library. So they did the same thing in TNA. They bought their video library, so to use it for the network. That's what I heard.
You know, I haven't really been following it, but it seems somewhat interesting to me. But no, just try it. It seems kind of interesting. I'm following. I try to follow along with the new Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy thing, but it kind of, I guess it was in their early age when you said they had that shitty quality type shit. They're like not shit, but like type video. I say shit for everything. Please don't. Just don't see it as insulting, but yeah, it's just more for
I mean,
it seemed kind of entertaining. Like they're trying to get that publicity from it.
From being in what we're in high school, media technology, and we know video quality. We can see what's
when you're attempting to make it. Like,
yeah, like all right, this is
intentionally fucked up.
This is shitty. This is amateur quality from the pros, because you know we all had that little handheld camcorder. And then,
I had one.
And it was like $50-$100, but then when you get in the class in high school, and they're like, oh, well, you got to be careful with this camera because this camera worth more than $1,000 or it worth $1,200
at that time.
And then you look at the quality and that quality, and you're like, God, this is a whole different level. I better be careful with this camera. And that's how it felt when the Hardys introduced, the broken Matt Hardy. That's how it felt. But now it's like, wow, they really upped their game, and their quality is so much better now. Their storyline is getting so much good that they're actually pulling in viewers, and they still don't. TNA still doesn't have an owner right now. That sucks.
You know what? Besides the owner part, no lie, I'm kind of feeling that. I can't hate on what they're doing because I haven't seen it. I don't understand it fully, but that's kind of what I'm doing with this show. I'm trying to. It started with crappy quality. I had people kind of give me insight. Shout out to every little interview, like, hey, dude, you can fix this by this and this. And it kind of like, look how good it looks.
Yeah.
It sounds great. It's like, it's the same thing. It's like, it's a slow progress. It's like they have an idea. You might not get it at first, but take some time and listen to it. So I can't hate what they're doing because that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make something out of this. It's making something out of nothing, and I kind of, I didn't start it for nothing. So I can't hate. It sounds fucking good. I might have to check it out because when I first watched it, no lie.
Yeah, I mean, what made TNA was this one division called the X division, and it like they're riding with to shit this year, and what's saving it right now is actually the Hardys' creative writing, because like you had the X division, you had the Knockouts division, which are the girls, and that was a good ass division back like 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, it caught my. I would just tune in every once in a while. I'm like, damn, these girls can wrestle. Or like, damn, these guys can. They got some serious matches going on here with some good guys I had never heard about, but they're from across the border or around the world. So I used to tune in. I was like, all right, these are good people. But now it went to shit because they don't know who's the owner or what's going on. But with the Hardys taking creative writing, it's like they're saving the company right now because like a year or two ago, they were just signing people like Kurt Angle, Sting, Hulk Hogan, just to get more ratings up. But now, since that they left, it just dropped, and they don't know what to do now. And with the not knowing who's the owner is or who's running the company, all right, we're gonna give Hardy's, the more percentage of karate rating, and it's pretty good because the knockout division, I mean, it was going in a good way, but then out of nowhere, it just went downhill. It's just like, oh well, all right.
And that was the girls, the females.
The females
were they
like,
showing a lot of skin? What was their?
No, they're showing pretty much skin, but they could wrestle though.
Are they actually? Were they at least hot?
Yeah, they were hot. They were hot. Even even when Bubba Ray came back to WWE, he had a fiance or a wife in TNA, and she just got out of contract, and he was trying to bring her into WWE.
Dating these bitches.
And he had that lady girl was fine, and I was like, damn, if he brings her, I mean, that would take out all the girls in WWE. The back then it was the Divas division before it turned back into the women's division. But that girl alone would have took all of them out because she knew how to wrestle and she had looks. And I was like, damn, but I guess WWE didn't win with it, and they still doing independent stuff, and that it's okay. WWE, they're still trying to figure out with their network. They're trying to still make money, make ends with their money.
Dude, you know what? They've signed their shit with Satan. All they're waiting for is the fans to really soak that shit in. Why did I say that? No clue. No, seriously though. I hope they fucking do their thing. I don't know what I'm sure they have. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like 12 years from now. Say 12 because I'd say 20, but that's too far from now. I wouldn't care at that point. But 12 years from now, I wonder what the difference would be, how much change they made, and what would. Because I don't know about you, but I hear a lot of older folks always talk about it. Shit's not like it used to be in my day.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing TNA had over WWE was that their how's it called it? Their you know how SmackDown had the big old fist back in the day?
Yeah, that was yeah.
In their arena? Well, WWE went to one little same surroundings for decorations for SmackDown and Raw. There was one decoration, and it sucked because like when you went to their events, it's like, oh, I'm going to Raw. Oh, this is their entrance and all that. This is their pyros.
Raw had the fucking
this is their pyros, and this is how it's gonna go. And when you go to it, you're just like, it has the same pyros. What the fuck? I'm being at this live event.
By the way, you're speaking from somebody who went to go see the shows and realized that they do both shows in one night, and the only difference is they changed the Titantron from like the big fucking thing to the giant fist.
Yeah, but they had the same Titantron though for the past 2 or 3 years, and they finally changed it once Shane McMahon came back. It's like they changed it, and the crazy thing is, the WrestleMania agreement was that if Shane would have won, it beat Undertaker, who would took over Raw, and he didn't win. He didn't take over Raw, but he took over SmackDown, and he made SmackDown live, which SmackDown actually was taping on Tuesday. So he just like, all right, everybody knows it's taped on Tuesday, so let's just go ahead and make it on Tuesday. So he made it SmackDown Live on Tuesdays, and the ratings have skyrocketed since then.
Because
They
they're back to back.
Raw cannot match up with SmackDown right now, and that's crazy because Raw
And
was
you're talking about now, like
yeah
right now.
yeah, and Raw back then was like
The shit. It
the
was
shit.
yeah, you're right. It
Yeah.
was the pinnacle of like Monday night. You like every weekend, like you would wait after school Monday. You'd be like, dude, you can watch Raw. Oh shit, let's watch Raw.
Let's watch
And then
Raw,
after Raw, after Monday Night Raw, that Tuesday morning, you'd be telling all your friends, "Do you see
Yeah,
that shit?
yeah.
Do you see where Stone Cold was about to stun him and then they canceled out? Dude, he stunned him. He did this. Oh shit, dude!" And it's like you always speculate. You were so excited.
It's all like you see Vince and who he messed with and all this and that, and
You see Trish Stratus' titties, so did I.
Yeah.
You know, just like, but as a kid, these are the type of shit you fucking.
I can't believe Stone Cold cussed and all this and that. But and that's what SmackDown brings now. SmackDown actually brings that controversy and that entertainment.
But
which-
SmackDown is that show now.
Yes,
and then
Smack-
Raw's more of the
Dude.
This is what this is
What recently happened
supposed
was
to look
that
like.
a commentator, like an interviewer,
a basic commentary. Like
she's a girl. She went and she interviewed a guy named The Miz, and he was all
I
like,
know The
she
Miz.
was like, what's your what's it called? You adore him or whatever. You adore Dean Ambrose and that. You always talk about him, and he's all like, he looked back at her. He was like, no, you adore Dean Ambrose, and from what I heard, you know, you were messing with him and this and this and that, and he said something, which like she didn't know that was gonna happen, and she just mad dogged him and she slapped him.
and it was like this was real shit happening.
Yeah.
Like it went off script.
Yeah.
Because it's like he brought some personal shit she didn't even expect.
Yeah.
And like the script got loose and everyone was like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
is tight. So at that point they realized, let's just let this script loose.
Yeah.
Just let everyone just do what the fuck you.
Dude, she slapped the shit out
That's
of
the
him,
way to
and it
do
was
shit,
so
though.
funny.
That's-
Yeah, and that's how Raw should be, but Raw isn't that
But
way.
that you know what? They're only using their weaker format. It looks like to try to exploit that kind of like free scripted shit. And if it catches on, I bet you Raw.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna get people who are like SmackDown loose scripted type people.
No,
and
they've
they're
been-
gonna move to
Yeah,
like
they've
Raw.
they've been talking about that,
and then that's
it's-
how they're gonna exploit Raw.
It's crazy because
It's a fucking virus.
They've been talking about that, and they're like, oh, we're gonna trade this person at Raw and this and that. But the thing is, Raw is 3 hours.
So you
Raw
have
is
longer to
3
exploit
hours.
shit.
So yeah, and it's
Dude,
live. So
you know what
like,
it's doing? Oh my god! You know what? What if all right, I'm seeing in this more? I'm actually visualizing this more of a cycle type thing. This is how you corrupt little kids. What you do, you get something like this. It's good as Raw. It starts off real soft, like it did for us in the
Yeah.
'80s. It was real soft. You know, nobody did shit. It wasn't like DX suck it type shit. But as soon as like the '90s kid, and these people who watch wrestling who recommend it, enjoyed it enough, they got their kids into it. But what their kids grew up into, nonetheless, was the Attitude Era, which was us.
Yeah.
And then that's how you kind of soft people into the idea of kind of saying shit like "suck it" and "fuck you," and then you know what? This is what this generation is experiencing at this point.
I mean,
they're pretty much
it is.
re-exploiting the next generation
It's-
by giving them their own Attitude
It
Era.
is.
And it's gonna be crazier and worse
It is, and Raw
in a
and
good
Raw-
way, but a bad way too.
when Raw superstars look at SmackDown's, taping, they're like, I can't believe they let them get away with saying this because there's one chick, it's kind of like turning to, they're making it a WCW versus WWF.
Once again,
WWF.
they're trying to
Once
turn that in-
again, because it's a brand split and Shane's taking over SmackDown and Stephanie took over Raw, and Raw made, SmackDown took away the WWE Championship, so Stephanie's like, Raw always had a champion, so let's make the Universal Championship, and that's what they did. And then since SmackDown doesn't have a women's championship, he made a own women's champion. He made a whole new belt. He made a whole new tag team championship belts, and I was like, damn, these dudes really doing it. And then Raw follows up with the cruiserweight championship. They brought the cruiserweight back division, and they made a whole new belt, and it was a nice belt. And I was like, damn, how come they really, they changed the design? But how come they didn't change the design on the Universal belt? Because the Universal belt reflects off the WWE Championship belt, which is on SmackDown, and it was at Survivor Series. It was SmackDown team, like a traditional Survivor Series. It was SmackDown versus Raw. And it was so good. It's like, damn, I can't believe this is happening again. And it's kind of feeling like
They're the same height.
WCW versus WF. And I was like, Oh shit! This is getting
Is it
good.
as exciting though? Is it really?
It's getting there.
'Cause
They're trying to Raw. It's the only thing. Raw is trying to catch up to SmackDown. If Raw, cause SmackDown, their women's champion actually said, the new women's champion. She actually said, "I'm the baddest bitch in the yard. You have to beat me." And like, Raw's all trying to follow up to it, but they're trying to still be PG. SmackDown's all like, "I don't want to be PG. I want to take it back to the attitude area."
How weird. I wonder if this is
era,
this is intentional.
era,
And areas
yeah,
similar, but go on.
yeah, but what we're wrestling fans are finding out is that in 2012, I believe, Vince came down with something, and Shane tried to take over the company. Shane tried to take over Raw and all that, and
I
that's
think-
when
I think I remember
that's
that.
when
I was
Stephanie and
watching.
Triple H was most involved in it, and he was trying to still tell Stephanie and Triple H, "Hey, step away for a minute and let me handle it and see how the ratings go."
And
they
it turned
didn't-
out good.
No, they didn't
Oh,
want to
for
do
Stephanie?
it. No,
Oh.
yeah, they didn't want to do it. So they're like, they told him no, and like the ratings dropped, and that's when CM Punk came out.
It started being controversial.
Yeah,
And coming in and like kind of trying to talk shit about the company, like these
Yeah.
motherfuckers. I think you know what? It might have been like a. Sometimes you have to get controversial in order to kind of get those ratings back. And once you bring them back, you lure them in with some shit, and then you can take them back to the same format they're used to. By the way, at this point, let me. I'm gonna take a quick break, take a piss. You good?
I'm good.
You could keep them informed though. Keep going with the story, cause
Yeah, so like around this time, this is when CM Punk started controversial stuff, and that's when the ratings started jumping. And it's like, oh wow, here goes a guy. Even if you buy the CM Punk DVD, best in the world, Triple H, John Cena, wrestlers now, and back then are like, well, here's this guy. He's saying the truth, and he's bringing this Stone Cold kind of movement back because he's speaking his mind. And it was so good. It only lasted for about 6 or 9 months, and then they went back to so predictable matches, predictable scripts, and all that. And it lasted for 2 or 3 years, and then the ratings started dropping once, little by little on Raw, and then once it took a massive drop on Raw and SmackDown, that's when Shane came back. Shane's like, let me try to do what I do. Let me get a little headline on WrestleMania. And once he got that little WrestleMania, man, Shane McMahon is a fan favorite, a WWE fan favorite. Why? Because he puts his body on the line. He knows what the fans want. He knows talent. He knows what's good for the company. He knows what's good for the show. No, I mean, Triple H and Steph, yeah, y'all been in the thing for so long. Y'all might play this character and all that, but it's like once you get on film and we see your feelings, actually emotions, we know it's you really. But when Shane came back WrestleMania, he's a fan favorite. He does a lot of stuff for the fans. And the original plan for WrestleMania was that Shane was gonna jump off the Titantron instead of that cage, the Hell in a Cell match. He was gonna, instead of just jumping off the Hell in a Cell, Shane was supposed to jump off the Titantron.
was that against Test?
Huh? No. This was recent.
Oh, he was supposed to do
He
it
was
again.
gonna, yeah, he was gonna do it.
He's done
this
that
past
shit.
year. Yeah, and we know he's done that, and he does a lot for the fans. And the original plan was that Shane was supposed to jump off the Titantron onto the try to attempt to jump on the Undertaker again on the Titantron instead of the Hell in a Cell. But he dropped off the Hell in a Cell, and I mean, me and Chovy was there, and that atmosphere.
Oh yeah,
and
you seen that? I was watching it here in the room, but
Yeah.
go on. I was.
The atmosphere in that arena, it was so crazy. I mean, like everybody's like, the best moment was when Stone Cold came out, this and that, because he's a Texas favorite. I understand that, but to me, the best moment at a WrestleMania was when Shane McMahon came out, and you thought money was falling from the top. You thought money was falling from the top, but it was Shane O'Bucks, and people were still paying money for that Shane O'Bucks.
Really?
Yeah,
To
I
keep that
mean,
money.
Like, people were like, I'll give you $5 for a Shane O'Buck. I'll give you $10 for a Shane
It
O'Buck.
became fucking Disney dollars.
I
And
mean,
shit.
yeah. It was like, what the fuck? The people were like, I'll give you $20. And so I heard somebody actually paid $50 for a Shane O'Buck. And I was like, damn. So You know, you got your money back if you got the Shano bucks.
Yeah, you got your ticket back.
So
Ticket money, basically.
I was like, oh shit. You know, I was there. I got some Shano bucks, but when that money fell, it's like
Did you sell any? You grab how much you grab?
I sold some. I grabbed some.
How
too.
much you have? Do you have $1 I could have? A Shano buck?
I
I'd
got
put
like
it,
2 bucks left.
I'd be put on the up all night wall.
We should put it up on there.
Dude,
I
this
got
thing's
2.
gonna have all kinds of shit. Do you see the pretty girl at it?
Oh yeah.
She's sexy.
So I got like 2 Shano bucks,
Oh, yeah.
and like when that happened, it was just I was like, damn, this is crazy. It's like, you ever been like part of a money show? It